everybody, what's good? My name is Lou and today we're going to be looking at my skincare routine. I have fairly oily skin and my routine is pretty simple, it's pretty basic. I am trying to incorporate new things that I feel my skin needs, but I'm just going to show you what I do in the morning and then also what I do in the evening. So the first step, obviously, in my morning routine is to cleanse. I use this product here, which is a Sano. It's a New Zealand product, and what I like about this cleanser is it's basically full of natural ingredients. So I think on the labeling it says 96% natural ingredients. Well, it's made in New Zealand too. Like, good stuff comes out of New Zealand. Like, no, I'm kidding. So one thing I definitely recommend when cleansing is don't use hot water to wash your face. I like to have steaming hot showers and I wash my face while I'm in the shower. And so I would make the mistake of rinsing my face under boiling hot water. That's a definite no-no. So if you're doing that, please stop that. You know, either wash your face before you have a shower or after you have a shower, or just turn the heat down, rinse your face, and then you're good to go. So this little buddy is definitely about to run out and I'm in the need of a new cleanser. My mum sends me these, but I think it's time that I find maybe an option over here in Europe. So if you have any good ideas for me, please drop them in the comments box below. Oh, Shaziga. Postage! After a cleanse, I like to go through with a toner. I use this toner by Luanne. I think they're like a Norwegian brand that I hadn't come across before. It's like a brightening essence, I suppose. And basically it's meant to brighten your skin, like the name says. But I can't really say that it's really brightened my skin. I'm one of those people who just don't really notice things unless it's like a really drastic change. I can say that it made my skin very soft. I liked that aspect about it. But when this is gone, I'm probably going to choose something completely different and find something else that probably can give me more benefits than just soft skin. So with this toner, I used to put it on like a little cotton pad, but to be honest, like, let's try do our bit and save the world. So I just pour it onto my hand and just pat it into my skin, as you can see in this video here. And I just let that sort of dry in or sink in, and then I'll go in to my next step and use a moisturizer. So the next step is to use a moisturizer. Now I just use this Olay moisturizer. It's nothing special. I actually need to invest in a proper day moisturizer. So I just go in, grab a good chunk of that, smear it across my face and let it dry in. Something I've been trialing recently, just because I've incorporated some new products into my skincare routine. My skin's getting a little dry in certain areas. I'll just grab a bit more cream and just sort of blot it and dab it into the areas that are dry, which tend to be this area here. And then that way I just feel like it's really sucking in all the moisture that it can to hopefully repair quicker. Okay, so the last step of my daily skincare routine, which I don't use religiously, is sunscreen. So obviously it's winter here, and I know that's no excuse because you obviously should still use sunscreen in winter, but I haven't been, and this is full as a bill because it doesn't get used. But I thought I would mention it because it's really important that you guys use sunscreen, and I need to make a mental note that I also need to use sunscreen. I've used this a couple of times and I researched it a lot because you know how sunscreens can just have that really like thick residue and that oily sort of lasting feel on your face. I didn't want that, and I read that this wouldn't give me that, but I mean it did. From memory, there was something about I didn't like, and I think it sort of, yeah, there was something about the consistency or the texture it left on my skin I just wasn't a fan of. But I thought I'd mention it, guys, because it might work for you, and obviously y'all need to wear your sunscreen and I need to wear my sunscreen too. Okay, so moving on to the night routine. This is where things get real interesting and a bit more that. So obviously I go on with a cleanser. I use the same cleanser that I do for the morning, and yeah, what do I do after that? So after I've cleansed, I go in with this toner here. It's a BHA toner with aloe vera. So BHAs are really good for sort of going deeper into the skin than a normal exfoliator, and they work in the skin to unblock pores and basically remove dirt. So these type of products here are really good for oily skin, and they just work a lot better than like a topical exfoliator that just works on the surface. What I like too is that it has aloe vera, which means that it's sort of got that like hydrating and soothing effect. So, I mean, I don't notice any sensitivity with this. My skin just soaks it all in and just loves it. So with this toner, I just take a couple of pumps, lather it in my hands and then just dab it into my skin, and I let it sit there until it's fully dried out before I go in with the moisturizer. So a little hack that I like to do with this toner is if I feel like I'm getting maybe like a pimple or like some sort of lumps or bumps on my back or on my butt cheeks, I will take a couple of pumps of this and just literally buff those away. And it works every time, I'm telling you. Every time I've needed to do that and call on my friend here, she's come through. I absolutely love this product. It definitely makes your skin super soft, and I think I have noticed the difference in terms of my pore size, but I can't be too sure because I really, like I said, I don't really notice things unless it's super drastic. After I use that toner in the evening, I go in with a retinol, and I do this every night. So I was using this Pixie collagen and retinol serum, and then I've run out of that, and so I thought, you know what, they do say that if you don't notice results after 3 months or 3 to 6 months, then maybe try getting a more concentrated solution. So I've just started on the Ordinary, which is 1% retinol. I didn't know what the other one was, so I just sort of went for 1%, and this is the 1% in squalane. So I've only been using this for 2 weeks, and I was going pretty ham on it and using it every night when I first got it, and then obviously my skin was like, what the hell is going on? Started to get a bit sensitive and a bit dry, and so I've had to cut down my use. I'm still trying to figure out how often I need to use this until my skin sort of creates that tolerance to use it every day. So the way that I apply retinol is I just take the applicator and just drop droplets around my face, and then from there just rub it in. So when you apply it, it does sort of have like an oily feel, but then the skin soaks it up and it's fine. So if you have acne prone skin or oily skin like myself, I definitely recommend you using retinol. It's vitamin A and it's good for anti-aging, but then it's also good for like tightening pores. And I don't have to tell you that, you know, smaller pores just looks better and means that you ain't gonna get any dirt in there, which will then turn into blooming acne. Do you know what I'm saying? Y'all know. Okay, so this next product I absolutely love. I use this once a week. It's the Ordinary BHA AHA Peeling Solution, and this is the bee's knees. I love this stuff. You only use it once a week, and just like the toner, it's got a higher concentration of BHAs, which are those acids that really get into the skin and they work from the skin out. And AHAs are the acids that sort of just work topically on your skin. So it's a really good combination. It's pretty easy to put on. It does look a little bit weird because it's like blood red color, but you just put droplets on your face, you just rub it in, you let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you rinse it off with lukewarm water, and your skin feels so good. Honestly, your skin feels so good, like so soft, just so good. Now, one thing I forgot to say is I don't use the retinol and the peeling solution on the same night. So I use the peeling solution once a week, and that is the day that I won't use this. They clash. Oh, no, it's not that they clash, but they're such potent formulas and like things that they just shouldn't be used together, because your skin is literally going to be like, wow, that's a bit full on. So it is recommended not just by me, but just like the world, just not to use these two together. So the last step before I go to bed is put on some moisturizer. Now I use a night cream. I just use this Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer, which I absolutely love. It's definitely got a thicker consistency, and I just feel like it's really going to restore the moisture that's lost during the day and put that back into my skin. So I also take collagen, which I guess isn't really a part of my skincare routine, but it's definitely something that I take to improve my skin. As we get older, we all know that our collagen starts to deplete and break down quicker or something like that. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. And so now that I'm in my 30s, I thought, look, girl needs to like start replenishing her collagen levels. And I mean, not only that, it's apparently got benefits for just your body in general, your heart, your bones and stuff like that. But I am taking it because, you know, fine lines, anti-aging, and all over skin elasticity is sort of what I'm wanting to get from this bad boy. It's flavorless, so you can basically add it to protein shakes, basically any type of drink, and you won't even know it's in there. I've only been taking it for maybe 2 weeks now, and I can't tell you that I've seen a difference, but Here's the thing with skincare that I've found. You need to at least be doing things for like 3 to 6 months at the very minimum. And I mean, sometimes it could even probably take you a year or more to start to see benefits. So it's definitely a journey. When the doorbell rang earlier, I finally received my Multivitamins. I thought I'd talk about this. So I am yet to start using these, but it's a multivitamin, and I mean, it'll just ensure that I'm getting basically all my vitamins and all my minerals, because sometimes I eat really good, and then sometimes, you know, I just like eating what I like eating, which might be crisps. Did she just call them crisps? What? Are you from America? No. I like eating chips. Where did that come from? I'm shook to the core. Obviously, the best way to improve your skin is from the inside out. And by that I mean eating the best foods, but I like to treat myself, so that ain't about to stop. So that's my skincare. It is super, super basic, super, super simple. Like I said, I have oily skin and I am prone to the pimple here and there. So if you haven't started a skincare routine, or you just don't feel like you're old enough, girl, trust me, if you're in your 20s plus, it's time to at least start thinking, or if anything, just have a good quality moisturizer and sunscreen. And I'm guessing we all use cleanser to wash our face. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me again and for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, or please leave a comment, or please subscribe to your girl. I mean, I would definitely love that and I'd appreciate that. So don't forget to check out my Instagram if you're into fashion. I tend to just upload like outfits and little bits and bobs on there. And of course, I will see you next time. Bye. Honestly, here, you were giving me grief today. Like, honestly, that looks pretty cute. Y'all don't want to be looking cute in the video? What's up with that, girl? What?